It's now clear that the Soviet Union has suffered one of the worst disasters in the history of nuclear power. Massive quantities of radiation have apparently been released in an accident at the Chernobyl.
At 1:30 a.m. on April the 26th, 1986, 130 kilometers from Kiev, reactor 4 at Chernobyl exploded. 35 years later, we explore what's left.
Whoa!
So your personal doctor allows you to visit the exclusion zone. Or you can make a call to him and ask whether it is possible. It's a joke.
Together. Investments per capita in Slavoj-Dichika for the capital Kiev is 400. The structure is strikingly similar.
I wasn't planning to.
Also create. People clearly enjoy living here. It's the
roads of shit. Yeah, we're just at the first checkpoint. And they got a passport check. Yeah, 19, so...
What tier is that?
No, 30 kilometre perimeter that we're in. It's all sunk into the soil. So, the closer we get, the higher it's going to be on the soil.
Yeah, because each year it goes lower and lower then or something, it keeps sinking.
Yeah, it keeps sinking.
Ah, one is Philippines.
Ayun, ganda nakuha niya.
She's asking where is it?
Asia.
Asia, yeah.
The Asia. Азия.
Ну, Азия, ну туди, за Сахаліном, за Владивостоком.
Workers lived in Pripyat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Chernobyl was the central town of the district, so it was the center. Yeah, that's why the nuclear power plant got the name of the center.
Right.
Pripyat then didn't exist.
They built it just for the purpose of the workers.
Yeah, it was built for workers, for specialists, scientists, engineers who came to first to build Pripyat, to build the nuclear power station.
They grew around the power station.
Yeah. And it was the town satellite of the nuclear power station. Right. Pripyat was founded in 1970.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the youngest town in Ukraine for that time.
All these workers, people you see around, said they're self-settlers, so they never moved away. Yeah, they're self-settlers, they work here and they just maintain what's left of the Chernobyl exclusion zone. Oh. Yeah, this river is called the Pripyat River. What the town was named after, that bridge is closed off to us and only for the workers and stuff that still use it. So that's why it's not being used. We can't walk across it. The restaurant's called Tech because it's so close to the 10-kilometre exclusion zone.
These three ones Well, you can take the seats here, yeah, 2 couples in.
I doubt it's, I hope it's not fizzy.
Yeah, is this fizzy?
У нас троє вегетаріанців і всі решта курси. Так що ви не помилитесь, як яким-то...
Thank you.
I think everyone picked chicken.
Yeah. No, it's not fizzy.
Thank God.
In the 10 kilometers exclusion zone now, and here we will find everything that
76.
Yeah. 1.01.
Oh, it's well going up.
у нього там багато змін.
1.35.
За моїм енкаром працює.
1.47. And then it drops as soon as you bring it back up. Look how much it's dropping already.
Yeah. That's what they were saying about the soil. So here, obviously the radiation's not sunk into the soil like it has further out. So the closer we get, the higher the radiation. So yeah, it's going to keep going up, isn't it?
How far away are we from it, would you say?
About 500 meters away, probably more. Maybe a kilometre away. Between a kilometre and 500 meters away.
And that's one of the reactors there, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think that's the one that didn't get finished built.
Water, you'll find. Have you ever seen The Simpsons? The fish with 3 eyes. There's 2 or 3 of them in there apparently.
Watch Ben bang his head. Right in. Every time. Whoa.
Right, the dome was built for the purpose to withhold the radiation. It's the largest man-made steel structure ever built.
And they originally built one underneath, which was called the sarcophagus. Sarcophagus, but it started to cave in on itself, so they built this bigger and stronger one over it.
Yeah, and
which will only last
I don't know.
probably a few hundred years.
Yeah.
They'll have to rebuild again.
Because of the ground was so radiated, they couldn't build on that surface, so they had to drag it. So they built 2 sections, and then they dragged them together. They pulled the structure, and the structure's huge, so it's pretty impressive.
It's bigger than the Big Ben.
Yeah, it's as tall as Big Ben.
Ooh! Beeped. 20.
Yeah, 18. 20. Entering the red forest. So this is where all the radiation got soaked into the trees. So apparently it's still really high in radiation. So our counters might start going nuts on that. Yeah, we're just going to Pripyat now, after Ryan uses the toilet. So he lives here.
What's your name? See, Ben ain't got like 2 heads. Oh my god. That's nice. A baby doll holding a gun. Hello? 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 Hello?
He touched me, I didn't touch him.
Oh.
Oh, is that it?
So all we've seen at the moment is stray dogs. Oh god, there's 3 dogs there.
Yeah, there's quite a few of them, isn't there?
Yeah, loads. There's not much radiation here. What was it reading on your thingy here?
Yeah, like 0.8, I think.
Oh,
which ain't
that's lower than
low. That's lower than Kiev, and we're
so
in.
you probably can touch them.
We're near Pripyat now.
Touch them.
Huh?
Can you touch it?
Yeah.
Hello.
We don't want to touch them. Are they looked after? Are they fed and stuff?
They are not looked after, but imagine, visitors coming here, they always have something to give to dogs.
Yeah, so that swimming pool it used to be the most visited swimming pool on the whole tour, but it's because it was getting so many people visiting it, the stairs have collapsed, they've caved in, so they can't let anyone go inside, so that's why we had to go outside, which is a bit of a shame. Yeah. Nature has taken back its own, it's taken back the buildings, hasn't it? Everything's overgrown. So different it looks to how it did look.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Difference there.
It's
Dead quiet here as well. I can't hear anything.
mad to think about this used to be a thriving city, and now look at it, it's crazy. So all these trees have grown since the whole city has been reclaimed by nature.
No radiation here. Quick, come in.
Chop it off.
From this way, we keep silent and are very carefully.
Yeah.
I don't know why I've got to be quiet.
No idea why I have to be quiet. Please.
Come on.
It's a boxing ring. I think this is a boxing ring. Gym, yeah. We're not allowed in there.
Don't know where they've gone. Ben! Ben! They're that way.
But the reason we had to be quiet because apparently we're not allowed in there. I don't know what. Do you know what it was?
I think we're still meant to be quiet through this whole bit then.
Okay, that's sweet. Yeah, I think it was a school.
There's a swim pool. That's not a school.
Oh, it's not a school.
No, it's a swim pool.
Okay.
Just a swim pool centre.
You can't tell us what to do.
You see a school in a bit. This is mental though. It's like literally forest, then you find a random building. We've already been told off twice for touching the floor. Ben kneeled down and I touched the stone. I was leaning on the stone.
My bag touched the wall as well.
And your back. I know you've got white stuff all over it.
Yeah. I can't help it.
They shouldn't let us in places like this.
You don't like.
wasn't open long before it got destroyed by the explosion or whatever it is, the nuclear power plant meltdown. So I don't think it really got used very much. Look at that ferris wheel's, you know, when you see it online, you just can't picture it. It's unreal. This place is, no words for it. It's incredible. It's a crazy place. It's mad what happened here. Oh, actually, I wonder if we can fly in Cappadocia.
Yeah, fly anywhere we're in. You can fly in...
Near the hot air balloon.
Well, you can fly in Chernobyl, you can fly anywhere.
No, we had to pay and get a permit.
So, are you glad I didn't crash the drone for once?
Yes.
Yeah.
We had to pay to get it in here. It was £15.
15 quid.
And
Money
when you
well...
book it gives you an option to add it on.
Money well spent. Well, we'll see how the shots turn out.
And
but...
this costs us as well, isn't it? Oh, FML. Follow the leader.
This is the secret. So we rented one of these. To rent one of these, it was like £10, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's only 2 people that's rented them.
I think you're Ace Ventura, didn't you? Ben, which way are we going? Oh my god, are we allowed up here? Oh my god. Ben, don't go in there. It's like dead quiet. There's like football stadium and all that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And we're just in the stand, so if you look out, yeah, there's the seats. That's where Johnny Westwood rings his bell. You know. Here's signs of vandalism. Not too much actually, surprisingly enough. You walked through there? Yeah. Come. So this is where probably you get. This is where you probably would get your hot dog and stuff. No, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Back in the day. Obviously, you can imagine this as a busy football stadium, or you know, bring your kids along. Yeah. How times change, eh? So we got 27. It's not really high. They keep having a go at us, don't they, Ryan? Ryan. This is the kindergarten. So, like, 35 years ago, this would have been filled with children. So it is quite eerie here, isn't it?
Yeah, look at that, all the beds they would have slept in. The craziest thing is, they actually thought they would be returning. So when everyone got evacuated from Chernobyl, They didn't pack anything or take anything with them because they were told they would return. They were just evacuating to see, kind of, sort out the power plant and that. And no one ever returned. And 35 years later, it is overgrown by trees and nature. So where we are now is all the vehicles that help to move all the debris at Chernobyl. So all the metal, obviously, of the vehicles protected all the people, so no one got harmed. Quite cool.
Is an obstacle clearing vehicle. It was just used when reactor 4 exploded. It was used to remove debris. So this is a self-propelling artillery truck. It was used as a towing truck for the demolished building and dismantling debris. This is a MAZ towing truck. It was first produced in Minsk in Belarus, in the USSR. It was first produced in Minsk in the Soviet Union in 1981.
This was the T-170 bulldozer, which was used in the exclusion zone. This truck, it's normally just used for like road construction and that, but they used it in Chernobyl to help with all the degradation.
So they carried the radioactive...
The waste?
Yeah, radioactive waste.
Oh, okay. So is that still
soil.
is that still quite radioactive still now?
Yeah, inside?
Yeah.
In the bed, I think, yeah.
Okay.
Giant machines were used during the construction for Pripyat. So the streets was watered down in Pripyat to clear all the debris and the dust and the dirt, to clean it all up.
And all the and all the remaining radiation.
And the cars never left the Chernobyl zone.
And what is more, put on your sunglasses. So this is bitter radiation, 20 times exceeding 25.
That was the claw that grabbed all the radioactive debris from the destruction of 4.
And it's the most radioactive
thing
in Chernobyl.
on the whole of Chernobyl. So, because, like we said earlier, Kiev was 1, and that was what?
393, I think it got to.
Nearly 400. So that's
mad.
That's crazy.
And you weren't even close to it when you did that one. So this is the bus that they use to evacuate everyone in the village.
It's part of these movies, so it's literally going back in time. But you saw on the door, the old Soviet stars, the statue of Lenin. It's like going back 30 years. But obviously nothing's updated, is it? It's all excluded.
35 years old, isn't it? We're a bit tired now. What time is it? What time is it?
It's 25 to 5, so we've been doing the tour since 8 o'clock this morning.
Well, we got picked up at 8.
Yeah.
Well, we left probably about 8:30, didn't we?
It's a 2-hour drive there. We're still in the exclusion zone, so we've got another 2 hours back. So I think we're going to leave here after this one.
Hopefully have a nap. I'm so hungry as well.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
I'm starving. The problem is we forgot to bring our travel card, so we're going to have to go back to our room before we go out and eat.
These red brick buildings, although they were built at the same time as Pripyat was, a lot of these villages fell down because obviously the brick or the mortar crumbled and the buildings just collapsed, whereas the concrete buildings, they stayed intact. So that's why all Pripyat was all built up, and most of this is obviously crumbled, and then obviously all the vegetation's grown over it. Thank you. So this was built by the Soviets to send radio signals, but the problem was they built it so big, but radio signals only travelled straight lines. By the curvature of the Earth, they could only send it so far, so they wasted their time and their money.
Look how massive it is. It's humongous, isn't it?
Hey, I found my heart again. You were standing there, you bravely let me in. I could wait 1,000,000 years or more.
Yeah, the reason why this structure is important on the tour is because back during the Cold War times, when nuclear energy was first coming in, Chernobyl was actually 60% of its power was is used to power this structure. All these microchips all over the place. Dangerous, isn't it?
The building was used to run the antenna. You'd never be allowed to go through something like this in England.
No,
Oh my gosh.
Careful here.
There's more until you came knocking at my door.
So this is one of the only 4 shops in Chernobyl. Well, that's the end of Chernobyl. We're just in our bus on our way back. We've got like an hour and a half ride. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Please leave a comment down below if you liked it and what you thought about it.
Okay, so we just got back. It was a long day, a 12-hour day. We got picked up at 8 o'clock and we got back like 8:30. Rianne's got a few things she just wants to say.
I just wanted to mention the company that we used because we thought they were brilliant, didn't we?
Yeah.
They really took care of us and showed us everything we wanted to see. They were called Solo East Travel and we found them online, and the prices, so for both of us it was £105, but we added on, so the radiation measure thing was £6. You just like hire it out for the day. We were surprised by how many people didn't actually hire it for the day.
When I've seen videos on YouTube and stuff, you've got to have the you know, the yellow radiation counter thing. You've got to have one of them. That's like, everyone's got one of them, and it beeps in it.
And yeah, so every time when I was beeped and went mental, people were like over us trying to film it.
Yeah,
we were
filming
like,
ours. I was like, oh, get
you
your
just
own.
got your own. We paid £6.50 each for lunch. You get to pick from, I think, beef, vegetarian and chicken, and we had chicken, and that just was chicken breast, some potatoes, some bread, and a couple of drinks. It was alright, basic, wasn't it?
Pretty basic, it was fine. Yeah.
£6.50. And then we paid the extra £11 to fly a drone in the exclusion zone.
Yeah.
Make sure the day before you go to the tour, check your emails, because you have to give him the barcode of your drone, because we nearly weren't allowed to fly it.
Yeah, we were bricking it a bit, weren't we? So,
yeah, but he went and got permission for us, and we were allowed
we thought we
in the
weren't
end.
going to be able to fly it.
And then £11 for pick up and drop off, which was pick up was from the city centre near the like water fountains, and they dropped us back off at the same location. But it was really good. The tour guide stayed with us the whole time, didn't he? Took you around, explained things. You kind of wander off and do your own thing a little bit, but he tells you like the kind of area.
Yeah, and he says, "Oh, you got 10 minutes, like sort of see you later," sort of thing. And everyone just goes to exploring.
I would advise taking food and drink with you, because we took none.
Yeah, and
we were so.
I don't think we realised how long it was going to be.
Yeah, it's like you need some snacks.
Yeah.
So we were a bit worried about like taking water bottles, because we don't want to be walking around carrying. But the coach is constantly with you, so you can leave we left our bags on there and just took our essentials. So take food and drink, and you can just leave it on there. So that's one of the big mistakes we made. But they do stop a lot. They take you to toilet breaks and they stop at shops. But we didn't take any cash, and we forgot our travel card, so we used our bank card, and God knows how much that cost us.
Yeah, and also it took like 3 hours in the shop, didn't it? Because they had like Microsoft Windows 95.
Yeah, we had to wait ages for it to load.
She had the
using
dial-up
card.
going.
So the whole total for everything we added on quite a few extras. It made the whole trip 145 for both of us, which I thought was really cheap.
That's well cheap.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, we had a great time and we enjoyed it, and we'd 100% recommend it. We quite enjoyed doing it with a group, to be honest.
Yeah. It was, for me, it was a little, at times it was a little bit frustrating because everyone's trying to get pictures and videos of the same things, but it was good being in a group because it was just nice to be like in a group. That makes sense. Yeah,
and some questions you forgot to ask or didn't ask. Some other people asked them. So
I felt sorry for that tour guide. He was constantly talking, answering questions.
But he was brilliant. He answered everything.
Yeah, he was good as gold. Driver Sergi was good as gold. Shout out to 2 people we met in the canteen from Saudi Arabia.
They were nice.
She's probably going to comment below and subscribe. She said she was, so...
Sorry, we realised we didn't catch your names.
We didn't catch your names, sorry about that.
Knackered.
Yeah, I just want to say I would recommend, if you're in Ukraine for any reason, not that you probably wouldn't be, but you might be, and in Kiev, you've got to go and see Chernobyl. It's like, it's, when you go to Pripyat, it's like eerie. Like, I've never had that feeling of like what it used to be. Like, you feel like the rustle and bustle that used to happen. It's a bit like when you go to Auschwitz, isn't it?
But it's dead quiet, wasn't it?
Oh,
it was so quiet.
It's proper.
Yeah, 100%. Do it. If you're like all our friends going, oh, I'd love to do that. Do it. It didn't cost us much. The flights here were like 60 quid each. Accommodation.
Yeah, it wasn't
£18
a lot of money.
a night.
It's so affordable, and it's like an unbelievable thing to do.
Well, I was trying to explain the price, and you keep talking.
I'm sorry, go on.
Oh, it's not nice.
Just speak.
I did, and then you started speaking.
Oh, right, go on.
If you can't afford that, and you can get food for a couple of quid a day, unless you're Ben, you're greedy, and you get twice as much as normal people get. I think that's it. We're just gonna quickly get changed because we have now.
Oh, we've got a Chernobyl t-shirts on. Woo. Shout out Chernobyl.
Yeah, we're just gonna go and get some food. I think we're gonna see if we can get something like pizza because I really fancy pizza.
Yeah, I do actually.
And we might even have a drink. And it's Wednesday. Why not?
Yeah, why not? Please subscribe and hit the bell button, but like this, right? Because if we get 3,000 likes, I'm going to get a tattoo.
3,000 now?
3,000.
What was 300?
No, I've got confidence in this video, which means if I say 300, it's going to happen in that. So, 3,000 likes, I'll get a tattoo of, if you comment below and make me laugh, whatever you comment, I'll get that tattooed on me.
No, you're not!
Well, hold me to it then.
See you tomorrow.
Just
Bye.
subscribe and you'll see.
The helicopter.
Massive period from 1986. How many times do I want to try? All the debris.
Debris.
So you could.
Debris.